this morning, we're heading to Victoria. It's the capital of British Columbia. And over there, we're gonna check out a particular hike around the John Dean Provincial Park. There's a bunch of hikes there, and you're hiking on top of Mount Newton. Looks like we're in for a chill walk, eh? It's been raining for past 2 days already, but today the weather is perfect. Specifically, we're following the CJ's, wait, is it CJ's? CY's? Size viewpoint and Mount Newton Loop. This whole thing is about 6 kilometers and it goes up and down, so it should be fun. So right off the bat, we run into a little bit of a problem here. This road leading to the cabin is closed, so we had to park elsewhere. So basically what happened is there was a gate over here and we parked our car over on this street and we walked all the way to the trailhead on this paved road, which you can usually drive by car, but not this time of year, so it wasn't too bad, you'll see. We drove up here, but it turns out it's closed from November 1st till March 15th. Well, this is a familiar sight here on the island, a nice road, but with a gate. Well, at least they didn't close the park completely, so gotta be thankful for something, huh? We're not too far up this road, but there's already a fork here. It looks like there's a lot of little trails all around this place, so this place looks huge. You can probably come back and just explore more and more. So if you're not here during the summer, you'll have to walk all this way up. It has a little bit of incline, but it's not too bad. It's at least paved. Ooh, that's a big old rock over there. Some parts of the island is really rocky here. So we're still hiking up this paved road. What? It feels like it's 1 kilometer since the gate to the trailhead, so we're not yet on the trail, but not too many views, just the forest. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the forest, especially with this morning sun beaming through. Ooh, a fire hydrant. And some kind of spiky tower, or what the hell is that? So this looks like a trailhead area. I'm guessing you can park here whenever the time limit allows you, the time of year. So we came from there, that way to the top of the mountain. I don't know what's there, but and that's the other side of the trail, so it's kind of a big loop. We have toilet facilities available for your needs. We got someone patiently guarding our bags. As per usual in bigger Canadian parks, you can see some maps over here, maybe some information, some historical information, or what kind of plants grow here, so sometimes it's useful. Do not come with your horse here. And the dogs must be leashed, but that's, thank God. And finally, we are on our way up in the start of the trail. This road looks pretty available for mountain biking too, so if you want to do that thing. The road is getting wider at this point. You can't even drive here, I think. Now that's what I love to see. Good weather for a hike. They have a cell tower on top of this mountain, and that's where we headed. At least I think we are. And we're closing in on Abraham Collins Lookout. Now Hannah dropped a comment here with the 4 stars that the views are not good, and he or she wants to chop those trees down to just see whatever there is. And Jacqueline with the 3 stars agrees that it's nice and wooded hike, but no views. What's the point of the hike? Well, we're closing in on the first view location, and we're about to find out. And I gotta say, at least here at the tower, it kinda, yeah, I see what they're talking about. You can't really see much. You can see a little bit of mountains in the distance. Uh-oh, they're spying on us. As some people decided it's a good idea to carve their initials. MVP was here. Was Kobe here? I really like this moss that's growing on these trees everywhere. This moss kind of reminds me of my beard, huh? A little bit? Good start of the trail, but now we're heading back down. And for now, I gotta agree with the previous comments that there's not much views yet, but I'm hoping there's still gonna be some more views. So let's just see what's ahead. A lookout trail to Pickles Buff. That's a pretty cool name. Some of the comments was about the trail being muddy, and for now it's definitely not our experience. And it rained yesterday. It was like full rain, and it's not muddy here at all. And look at these rock steps. Just someone made these rock steps by hand. It's not just rock formations here. It's now look at these. Imagine how much effort they put into to make these steps and make this hike available. And even if we don't see any crazy views, I mean, I love it here. It's like a fairy tale. And there she goes. I think she enjoys these walks the most. Ah, we're coming up to a lookout here. Ah, that looks kind of good, eh? You can definitely notice we're on top of a mountain, but there's so many trees all around us, which is kind of good. You can see the ocean from here a little bit. So far, the lookouts are pretty, but you can't really see much in the distance. Only kind of through trees, kind of, but yeah. If they cut down the trees, probably can see way much more. Like, that's the best view. You have trees in front of you, so. But it's an old growth, so maybe not a good idea. Oh well, it's pretty anyway. There's definitely beautiful views in the distance over there, but there's trees in the way. What do you guys think? Should I cut them down or just let them be? Hey-oh, someone's ready to pounce. Pounce, pounce. You stuck? Are you stuck? Nope. This guy's literally growing on a rock. Holy sh. Uh-oh, a little wet, but nothing too crazy. You can just walk around it. Oh, that's a big one. That is definitely one of the old growth. Now we are definitely getting into more of a foresty area. There's a lot more trees around here, and I like this part. It's kind of windy, and we're going through the forest, and of course it helps that the sun is shining and the weather is great. Here we have a fork to a Thompson cabin site, but we won't go there. Nope. And that was the first dog we met on the trail. Not a lot of people today are hiking, and even less with dogs, so I guess the weather isn't perfect, and probably the fact that you have to hike to the start of the trail, which wasn't too far, but probably gonna deter some people. We found a big and old tree here. This guy must be hundreds of years old. Look at that bark. This one's also probably very old, but still standing, kinda. The dead husk of it, at least. Man, these are old. That's what I'm talking about. In these bigger parks, they have these places where you can read about all the foliage that grows here. That's kind of cool. You can just stop and read a little bit. And another set of stairs ahead of us. This is just a indication how well maintained this trail is. They're making these steps. That's a big thumbs up for this park. And it does look like we're going deeper into the forest. We're going down into kind of darker area. Finally, we got a drink pit stop for our dog. It's a cute little stream right in the middle of the forest. It's pretty dark in here. Lots of coverage from trees. It's got a nice mood here. As we went down, we're going all back up again. I love it. I love the ups and downs of the trails. It's not a linear flat surface. You're going up, you're going down, but nothing's too steep here for now, at least. This is definitely more moody part of the trail. Not much sunlight gets through this. No real climbing, you're just kind of easily hiking up. And they made these stairs, like I said, and these are fantastic. You're just enjoying the walk. For now, this looks like the best view we've seen so far, so I don't think it's gonna get much better than that. Lots of old trees like that are just snapped in half on this trail. Look, there's another one. Probably just high winds a couple of years ago. And then when I said we're not gonna get a better view, we get this beauty. Look at that. And I don't think it gets much better than this. This is the size viewpoint. We finally made it. Now this is an epic view. I think we're just gonna hang out here for a moment. There's a bench here, we're gonna chill out before we leave. And we're off again. We actually spent about a half an hour on that bench on that beautiful view. If it wouldn't be getting late, we probably would spend even more time there, but yeah, we gotta get going. Don't want to be caught here when it's dark. No joke, it's getting darker and darker over here. The air up here is so crisp and clean. Oh, let me catch up a little bit. And we arrive at Owl Hollow. There we go. Having a little sippy poop. A little drink time. The water is good, huh? Good? Let's see, first person view. There we go. That looks good. That looks delicious. Alright, that's enough. We're out of here. Holy moly, we have a huge tree. And on top, looks like it's just broken off, but it's huge. Unless you thought it's pretty small. Compared to me, it is huge. So mysterious and mythical. Ooh. Now going to West Viewpoint. There we go. Cat's ahead of me already. Oh boy. This West Viewpoint up ahead is kind of an in and out situation. We have to come back all the way that we're going right now. Yeah, we'll see if it's worth it. Maybe there's trees there and it's not that worth it. Ooh, I'm loving this rock. It's kind of mossy, but not slippery. And I think we're closing in on the view. Again, it could be a view if there weren't for all these trees, but right over there, it's all water. Oh well, you can kind of see through it, but not really. Oh, there's another tree gate. Looks like they just cut through them rather than evacuating the whole tree. Ooh, a swampy area. Damn, this pond looks very dirty. Now, if I remember correctly, we're closing in on the end of the trail and closing in the loop. I wonder if people swim here when it's summertime. More fallen trees. A lot of fallen trees, actually. Wow. And this last part with the stairs might be the steepest part. I'm just amazed of how much work they have put into for making these steps. They have really put a lot of work into this part. I believe this is the last stretch of the trail. We're closing in on the loop and there is the road. Overall, I think it's a fantastic hike, a fantastic park. There's still a lot of trails that we didn't explore on that hike. I would give this park 5 stars, definitely. It's worth it coming here. You can probably come with your whole family. Nothing too hard. Just an easy hike and just beautiful surroundings. Beautiful old park. You saw all the old trees and there was at least one good view, so. Oh, and that comment about mud. Look, I think my shoes were dirtier before I came here, so. Actually, I think my shoes got cleaner than it was before, so take that.